What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to give you the 5 key questions that I ask myself during a transformation. I apologize in advance if I need to look away from the screen. I'm not very practiced at talking to a camera. It feels kind of odd, but I'm going to look down at the questions every now and again, and hopefully you're okay with that. So, number 1. One of the main questions that I ask myself is, why do I want to change? So you should be writing these questions out, trying to find out your own answer, because you're going to have a lot of trouble sticking it out when times get tough and you feel like giving up. You won't really have any reason to keep going if you don't try to figure out what your problem is. Or what your purpose is, I should say, sorry. So, why do you want to change? Do you want to look better? Do you want to feel better? You're going to go to a wedding. You want to look good in a dress. You want to look good in a suit. You know, is it for the purpose of looking good in front of other people? Or is it for the good of making yourself feel good about yourself? Number 2, what has stopped you from reaching your goals in the past? Usually, your past is a really good predictor of your future. Everybody wants to come out and say that they're going to do something and they're going to get all pumped up and they're going to do it. But for this exercise, let's pretend like you're going to repeat old habits. Just maybe. So what has stopped you from reaching goals in your past? Do you give up on things quickly? Do you get right to the end of your goal and then sabotage yourself? That's my biggest one. I'm constantly doing that. Not sure if it's because I don't know what to do with my time after I reach the goal, or if it's that I want to go through this perpetual cycle of never feeling good enough. So that's what I've learned about myself. Or are you the type of person that you want to go and say to somebody what you're gonna do? The thing you got to think about with this is that when somebody says what they're going to do and they have in the past showed that they don't actually follow through, then they typically get a sense of fulfillment of actually maybe even accomplishing the goal without actually doing anything. See, it's a really toxic thing. It's almost better just to keep it to yourself and then prove it and let someone ask what you did to get there. Don't go out of your way to try to get people all pumped up about what you're going to do, because you could very well just be getting a temporary sense of satisfaction or a sense of accomplishment without actually doing anything. We all do little things. We all do things that seem insignificant at the time, but their downstream effects really holds us back from reaching our goals, right? These habits and behavior patterns that we get caught up in, they're typically our body's way of protecting us from feeling a certain way, but they're also helping prevent you from reaching your goal. And if you want to reach your goal, you're gonna have to change that. Number 3, what makes you worth it? Do you have a victim mentality? Is it always someone else's fault? I see a lot of people with a victim mentality. Is it always someone else's fault? Someone else held you back. The reason that you couldn't do it is because someone else stepped in the way. Or it's because they did this that made it so you couldn't do that. Just stop the victim mentality. It's just you trying not to own up for not doing it. The truth is, the only person getting in your way of doing anything is you. Nobody can hold you back. No one can put food in your mouth. Stop lying to yourself and take responsibility for your own actions. And get clear about your goals. What are your current beliefs about your current lifestyle? Food, exercise, money, status. Are these really your beliefs? Or were they taught to you? Or is it your environment around you that actually makes you have these beliefs? Do these beliefs serve you? Do they get you farther in life? Where did you learn your current beliefs from? Are you willing to give up your current beliefs about food, diet, exercise, and try something out of your comfort zone? What are you willing to do to get your life back on track? These are all questions I ask myself before I try a new experiment. I usually end up realizing that the things that I believe and hold as my own are typically things that were projected onto me. They're not actually something that I believe. So when I do an experiment and when I strip myself down to bare bones, I have to reevaluate if this is really my belief system. I have one more question to ask you. Is your reality serving you? And what are you going to do about it? And what are you willing to do about it? Thank you for joining me. I would appreciate it if you'd tap that like button, subscribe, share this content with anyone you think needs it. I'm only doing this experiment so that I can help people with the information that I couldn't find. So please be generous. If you know someone that needs it, pass it on. I'll see you tomorrow.